Okay, this is a nice party trick, Jack said, still looking very serious. But Doc, if this is a game time's over. I don't have time for your corny jokes. I do admit the younger, less creepy-ass appearance would probably be better for business, at least if you had a normal state of mind about it. But I don't have time to talk about aesthetics when it comes to cutting a deal. So get back to your regular appearance. Seeming like this is just weird. I'm afraid you have me at a loss, the man in the suit replied, as he straightened his red tie ever so gently. The man seemed to be dressed to impress. A stainless black suit with red undershirt and a shimmering red tie, silk by the look of it, golden red cufflinks, and leather shoes polished to perfection. The man looked like he was ready to walk into even the most high class of business meetings. You see, I don't know who you're referring to when you say doctor. Might you be a little bit more specific about what doctor you're looking for? I am a man of business. I could give you a connection. This shit ain't funny, Jack said, getting even more serious than he was before, now starting to look downright angry. Look, I'm not looking for some snot-nosed kid. I'm about to do some really big boy things, so I need somebody with big boy pants. I don't need you, I need the doctor. You know, crazy ass guy, lanky, wears a pinstripe suit, has a cane, smiles like a jackal, has a laugh that gives little children nightmares. That guy, the man, the legend, the writer of men's fate, and dealers of horrors and dreams. That's the guy I'm looking for, not you. So you were looking for the devil, the man replied, shrugging off Jax's comments. Well, I regret to inform you that the man you're looking for, this doctor, or the devil, the man at the crossroads, the dealer, whatever you want to call him, he's not going to be available to meet with you. Ever. Kid, you were picking a really bad time to give me shit, Jack said, staring down this new individual, who seemed to have taken a place that wasn't rightfully his. Where is the doctor? Regretfully, he will be unable to attend, as he's come down with a sudden case of death. Perhaps someday he will crawl his way out of hell. He's done it before, so it wouldn't surprise me. However, for the time being, he is unreachable. So if you have business, you can take it up with me. I am his predecessor, Regimen P. Worthington, as I've already said. Predecessor? Jax replied. What? You think this is just some job title you can hand down? I don't think you've got the qualifications for the kind of shit that I'm dealing with, kid. And kill the doctor? You've gotta be kidding me. No way in hell I'm buying that shit. Nobody can kill that bastard. Trust me, I've tried. Well, perhaps you weren't trying hard enough, the man replied. But I do agree with you, it was not an easy task. Crazy or not, he was not easy to do away with. He completely ruined that last suit that I had. This is a new fit. I think it's much more my style than the last one. Do you like it? To hell with your suit, Jax replied. This is not good. I needed the doctor on this. Without him, the odds change. Crap. And he owed me a solid. And now all I've got is little Dr. Jr., which I hardly think is gonna cut it, Jack said, scratching his head as he began to look down at the floor. I don't know what you take me for, but as the man who killed my predecessor in order to take his place, I assure you anything that he was qualified to do, I am evidently qualified to do as well. No task too big or small, so long as the price is right. Your insults aside, I'm here to do business. And you said the doctor owed you some sort of debt. That's interesting, the man said as he raised one hand to his chin, gripping it gently. If that be the case, it's possible, he said as he released his chin, extending his hand to the side, and after snapping his fingers, there was a flash of red, as what appeared to be a black book appeared floating in the air from a burst of red light and fire. All right, what do we have on the docket, Mr. Jangles? The man said, as suddenly, from behind the book, a small greenish creature seemed to crawl out, scurrying across the surface of the book afloat in air.
Gah, you wake Jangles again. Very inconvenient.
Shut up, Mr. Jangles. Check the docket. What do I have on this individual? According to him, the doc owed him a favor. The devil, excuse me. If my predecessor owed him a debt, it's possible it was in the ledger. If that be the case, then I really hope it's not. But as I stole all of his power, I may have also stolen his debt.
Mr. Jangles, check,
the small green creature replied, as it pulled the book open, standing on its surface as it fluttered through the pages, finally stopping after the pages whirled by for a moment, as Delia stood in shock and horror.
What the hell is that?
Delia said, staring at the small creature flipping through the book. Oh, don't mind him. He's just a minor demon, specifically an imp. Their rather unfortunate personalities are not something that I can do anything about. However, they're extremely useful. They have the ability to burrow between dimensions, hide in tiny pocket universes, become invisible, and a number of other things. So they're excellent for conveying information secretly, hiding things, or keeping an eye on interesting people. Mr. Jangles is what you might refer to as a familiar. Specifically, he's my familiar. And right now, he's checking the docket to see if he can find record of this individual, he said, looking towards Jax.
Jangles find. Name Jax. Also show Gabriel. No why. Ledger show debt. Great debt. Very big.
How big? The man said, as he snapped his fingers once again and the book began to float towards him. The small green creature suddenly tripping and dangling off of the book, hanging by the lower edge of it as it floated towards the man leaning on his cane. As he peered into the book, you've got to be kidding me. What kind of absurd... This is utterly ridiculous. How in the world could he surmount this much debt for one person? In fact, this is the first time I've ever heard of him accruing debt with anyone, let alone an amount this substantial. For the love of all things, I could bring someone back from death for less. I could literally rip them out of the jaws of hell for half of this. Ugh, that asinine moron. Oh, how I lament thee. All right, Mr. Jangles, take it away.
Jangles no get thank you,
the small green creature said, as the book closed and it skittered across its surface again, standing on top of it and glaring daggers at the individual with the suit and cane. Must I really thank you every time you do your job?
Gah, you no have manners.
Oh, and you do? Shut up, Mr. Jangles. Begone, he said, snapping his fingers as in another flash of red, the book, as well as the small creature upon it, vanished. Well, it appears you were telling the truth. My predecessor racked up a great deal of debt with you. As it was his debt and I confiscated everything that belonged to him, I confiscated his debt as well. So, I am at your service. The deeds which you ask me to do will of course go to fundamentally pay off my predecessor's debt. If you would, could you get to it already? What is it you want? I'd prefer to get this over quickly. I do have other things to attend to, the man said sternly as he looked towards Jax.